Still struggling to feel better? Well, here's one method that'll help shift your reality so that way you can start feeling better all the time. And what is that one method? Simply is change the way you talk to yourself, the way you think in your mind, the thoughts that you create, the beliefs that you put upon yourself. Because if you can shift the perspective view you have of yourself, then it's not going to matter so much what other people think. Because, first of all, it's not your job to mitigate other people's beliefs around you. It's your job to concern yourself with yourself. And setting boundaries with the thoughts that you think. Because thinking is a verb, it's the current state that you're in. And then if you think it enough, you start to believe in it. Just like if you allow too much. I thought there was a bug up there. There is a bug up there. All good. Just like when you allow other people's thoughts about you, you hear it enough times, or you believe what society has put in place, this cultural, societal, hypnotic mechanism. If you start to believe how you should be, then you're going to suppress the real you every single time. And guess what? When you start not showing up as the real you, you become unhappy because you're playing a character that you want a deep rest from. And then you become depressed. And then you wonder what's wrong with you. I did for a very long time. And then eventually, I decided to give in because I realized it was either I don't be here anymore on the planet by choice, or I start being who I want to be. I start being the true, authentic, real me, and allow those who are meant to be in my life love me for the real me, because I was sick and tired of having people be in love with a version of me that was not the real me. Because that hurts more to know that people love a fake version of you than them not loving the real you. So to feel better about yourself is start talking to yourself better. Start believing that you are enough, that you are good enough, that you are pretty. And physical prettiness isn't that much of a big deal. There's that thing called freaking pretty dilemma or pretty privilege, where pretty people, like, everybody expects them to be so perfect because they're flawless looking, right? On the outside, it's this illusion. They too have their own struggles. They too go through life just as much as you do. They too can suffer from abuse, from bad financial constraints, lack of being able to communicate their feelings. Everybody is going through something. And imagine being so pretty that there's like different tiers of it, by the way. I'm just kind of looking this up. But it's like, imagine being so pretty that you get everything handed to you, that you lose your ability to express your emotions. Like, be vulnerable, right? Because here's the thing that they suffer with, from my understanding, is really, really pretty people and having that super privilege is that they end up attracting people who want to be around them because they want to be them, or people that are jealous of them. And what does that entail for them? Well, then they never find true people that love them for who they are. Because the moment they slip up, apparently what ends up happening is those people like to latch on to that one negative thing that they see about them and then hold it against them forever. Like, yep, now you suck. Yep, I knew it. Your looks weren't enough. So they struggle having healthy relationships with people. So the physical is not so much important as the internal. It doesn't matter if you're physically pretty. What's important is you start thinking you're pretty regardless. And start realizing the way you treat others, even at your worst, is what makes you truly pretty. And most importantly, how you treat and talk to yourself when you're at your worst, or you're not experiencing something you prefer. A temporary negative experience how are you talking to yourself? Are you talking to yourself in a pretty fashion or in a way that sucks and sucks you dry and keeps putting you at this like depressed state even further? It just solidifies and validates that depression, that ego, that version of you that you don't want to keep playing. So take a rest from that, because you need a deep rest from the character that you're playing. That's what's going to help you feel better. To start playing the character that you really are. And guess what? Every moment is a new moment. If you look at life like it's a movie thing, like with picture frames, each slice is a new moment. There's only now, by the way. And you're in a new frame every moment of this movie you're playing. You're the character. You're the main character, star baby. Okay? So you can shift to be any character you want in any moment. Yeah, it may look a little funny when you decide to be happy all of a sudden. But you allow that to happen. And you allow that to happen. Not but. You allow yourself to be happy, even though it may look a little funny to other people. All of a sudden, like, oh, what happened to you? I just chose to be happy. I just chose to give in to myself and give up the struggle. So as long as you can start believing in yourself and you tell yourself that you are worthy, you're enough. My best mantra that I like to use before bed or when I first wake up is dude, I was like so much in this flow energy that I actually forgot the words to it. Oh yeah, it's I am who I am and that is enough. I am who I am and that is enough. I am who I am and that is enough. Just 3 times. That's all you got to do. 3 times. And if I edit that part out where I forgot it, it's because I felt like it wouldn't be worthy. I mean, yeah, I could do it because the video would be nicer. However, like, who cares? If you've watched this far in, I know you're on this journey and you want a better outcome for yourself. And this is me showing how you can accept imperfection. Nothing has to be perfect. Imagine if everything was perfect. It would just be boring. There'd be no contrast. There would be no difference. And there's this like movie on Netflix that's like pretty whatever, like I don't know what it's called, but everybody like gets to be pretty or something, but it's like I don't know, it has a weird plot twist. I don't know. It's weird, man. Anyway, do this and talk to yourself better and just decide who you want to be and how you want to talk to yourself, because that changed my life. And it also allowed me to start accepting imperfection and just accepting physical reality as it is, as I'm on my way to wherever I'm heading. So if you do the same, and I challenge you to do so, so take some action towards that. Take some action towards choosing better thoughts and being aware of your thoughts and setting healthy boundaries with your thoughts about how you think about yourself. Because all that matters is that you choose to have pretty thoughts about yourself and pretty thoughts about others regardless. Because you're here to be the best version of yourself, not to be like everybody else who may cause havoc in the world that you don't prefer. Because you're not that. You're choosing to be pretty from the inside, not just the outside. Okay? So much love. Have an alchemizing day. Peace.